Hey there, welcome back to our Tibet campaign. In the last episode, we had a pretty big episode. We finally warred with Mario. We knew it was coming for so long, but we finally did it last episode, and we ended up doing pretty well for ourselves. We took quite a bit of territory up here in the northern parts of India, and now we're just gonna have to sit tight for a little bit and deal with the AE and, of course, the inevitable death of our ruler here, which I do anticipate happening this episode at some point. So that'll be something to deal with. Our stability is going to be an issue, obviously, so we're just going to have to sit tight and just deal with this for now. But we have a bit of a truce with Maurya, which ends in 589, or I guess 164. Or 165, rather. So I don't think there's anyone else that I plan on going after. I mean, I guess I could go after these guys over here just to take that province in the meantime. Not sure when they got there. They must have migrated over there. It's a little annoying. But, well, we can deal with that. Or maybe it might help, actually, if we... I might look to integrate Kapisa, actually. Start working on integrating these guys. So I'm going to send out a gift, or just try to improve the opinion of Kapisa. So we'll do that. It doesn't look like we're going to do that much for now because, yeah, we had already done that. So if we want to get them up to integration... I don't think... What does their opinion have to be? Like 190 or something? Actually, what I will also do is... What I forgot to do is also disband our levies. We'll do that now. And also look for some of these mercenaries. We don't need these mercenaries anymore, thank God. So why don't we get rid of these guys. And these guys down here. You guys come up here for now, and maybe I will have you guys go on drill. There's a little 2-stack over here. We just have to wait for them to stop moving. I believe that's probably going to be the last of our levies. Okay, so that's very good. And I'm also going to invoke the Devotio. We'll probably get our Devotio or our Tyranny back up a little bit just to increase the rate of this aggressive expansion reduction. And also, of course, we do have to put in a new governor in here. This lady's pretty good, not going to lie. And she's a polymath. But we do have... If she's a polymath, we should make her a researcher then. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. We're going to do that. We're going to make her a researcher. And I am going to put in... maybe this lady instead. Because I kind of like her traits a little bit. And she's also not corrupt at all. Like, this lady's amazing, but that corruption is brutal. But we are also very close. I'm going to just unpause it here. We're very close to getting this tech, which will give us exported drama. This will give us our first monthly corruption modifier. So that will be a long overdue thing. And it looks like our leader has finally died. And our stability has once again dropped. But because it's now lower, it's now decreasing much less so. So Kiyadagi Spa is now in control of our nation. The Yamnati Civil War ends. That's these guys over here. And, oh, hello, what is this? The Curse of Mat. I've never seen these guys before. Oh, that's interesting. They're quite large, too. That's, I don't know what that is. That's kind of funny, actually. Okay, I mean, they don't really have much of a chance against Egypt, though. But Egypt is about to have a civil war, it looks like. But in the meantime, let us go to our ruler here. I guess it makes sense to go down the civic focus once again, because that is what she's particularly good at. So why don't we do that? And we will go with commerce focus. And I believe she was the governor of Fergana, or of Sogdiana. So we'll have to replace her. And we will put in... who do I want to put in? This guy has benefactor trait, the benefactor trait, which is pretty good. But he's also very unnoticeable. Do I want slave happiness at the cost of province commerce? Probably. I don't think that's a terrible thing, necessarily. Yeah, he is of our religion, so that's good. So yeah, why don't we put him in there? Really not happy right now. That's probably has something to do with our war exhaustion and our stability. So I'm just going to pause it. These guys are working their way back. We do need a tutor for our heir, but it says he's 16, so he's a man now. I don't think we can tutor him. We can suggest training, but that would cost PI. So I'm not going to do that just yet. So I kind of want to save it for more divine sacrifices. So these guys are now in our territory. I will have them... The Parthian Civil War ends. Okay. And I'm going to have these guys go on drill so that we can start racking up a little bit more military experience. We're pretty close to getting another Miltech. And yeah, I think for now it's just going to be kind of sitting around. So I am going to lower the fort maintenance here so we can make a little bit extra money. And what is this? The fall of Embadina? Oh, there's more of these guys, more rebels. Okay, so we do have a text that we can invest into, but first we have to deal with this. We can negotiate with the slaves, or we could say we will not negotiate. I'm definitely not going to negotiate because I do not want to take that stability hit. No, thank you very much. So, yeah, we're going to have to maybe stop drilling, actually, and send you guys up here. You guys... Yeah, we need you guys to have an opinion of 190. Recently declared war, minus 50. That's why aggressive expansion. Those are the two things right now. Okay, so we just got to lower aggressive expansion, and the fact that we declared war on them will wear off at some point. Why don't we pick up a tech here? We're going to get exported drama. This will give us integrated culture happiness plus 4%, which is really nice. Ruler popularity gain, which is nice. And also monthly corruption. This is a great tech to have. So that is very good. So after that now, I'm probably going to focus a bit on the civic tree, I believe. I still don't really think it makes sense to go down the... to rush for cohorts just yet, because our levies are still, they're quite barren, they're quite small. Looks like there is a scandal in the court, unfortunately, so we'll have to deal with this. Scandal is, unfortunately, part of an everyday, part of the Tibetan court. Ordinarily, we would simply ignore such petty squabbles. However, on this occasion, the esteemed Lopan was found in flagrante delicto with his lover Maracham by his spouse Yui. Uh-oh. The spouse, overcome with despair, has appealed to the court to have Lopan stripped of office as a punishment for his brazenly public vice. I could just say this is really none of our business, which will hurt our stability. Or not our stability, our popularity, rather. We could say we should not tolerate public infidelity, which would make this guy lose his... basically firing him. What does he do exactly? Oh, okay. So he's in charge of our... I don't know if I want to get rid of this guy right now. I'm just going to have him flogged. He will lose a little bit of loyalty, but he's not terribly... He's not disloyal right now. So I think it'll be fine. So, yeah, we'll just do that. These guys are heading up here. We're going to try to deal with this little rebel army that's just risen up right here. So that's kind of annoying. We are making pretty good money right now. As good as we ever have throughout this campaign. What the heck just happened? Well, they look like they have disappeared. So, I'm just going to have you guys drill for now. Looks like we did get another tech. I could lower the maintenance cost of the Legion, but instead, like I said, I'm going to go down here, and I really would like to get graduated citizenship to unlock domestic laws. So we're going to try to work our way towards that. So we will get the right to be heard, which will increase our citizen output by 3%. We do have quite a few citizens, so that's good. Our integrated culture is looking pretty happy right now, that 40%. And at some point, I wonder when our stability is better, I think it makes sense to integrate the Magadi culture. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. But there's just so much of them. And we'll probably continue expanding into this territory. And yeah, like that is going to be a lot of pops worth integrating at some point. So we'll have to work our way towards that at some point. Can we colonize any territories? No, we cannot. Our ruler is actually not married, and we should also try to deal, I think, with our popularity. Or our popularity is already on the rise, so maybe we'll deal with our legitimacy. You will prove legitimacy, and also maybe we should hold games just to make her a little bit more popular. Probably can't hurt. Stability is plummeting. It is a problem. The upcoming games, in true Tibetan fashion, our benevolent ruler, Kyadagi, has ordained that there will be a period of games and festivity. Whilst it is not commonplace, many of the common folk in court alike are pondering whether Kyadagi herself will take to the sands and prove her bravery for all to see. Yeah, we will bring on the challenge. That will give us +5 in popularity, which is very nice. Our aggressive expansion has already gone down to about 76. And it looks like one of our family members, or one of a noble, has just recently passed away. Grand Tibetan Games. The raging sun beats down on the competitors, glistening with oil and sweat. Many weeks of events have come and gone, and with whispers amok regarding this final event, the javelin hurling tournament. The crowd jeers in jubilation as Kyadagi appears. Resplendent in the confidence of a true athlete, none dare question the majesty of such a titan of competition. As all surely expected, Kyadagi does away with the competition in characteristic style. With a wreath firmly placed upon her head, the adoring populace of Snyun chant their approval firmly. So, ooh, nice. We get bonus +10 popularity there. So, she's doing quite well for herself, and our popularity is still on the rise. Looks like we have too many relations. I'm going to just hold on to our alliances for now. Looks like Kalinga is about to experience a civil war. Hopefully they can recover from that. Our Legion is... yeah, they're just drilling right now. I would like to get them to build roads again. Be nice to maybe build some roads connecting our whole empire. Especially in this area now, too. But I think I'm just going to have them do that for now. The siege. What? Oh, barbarians. Okay. Maybe we'll raise our levies over here then. We can raise about 5,000 soldiers. And we are going to send them in. It does say that we are going to win. Maybe I'll wait a month to here just for our morale to recover a little. Oh, they're going to come after us. Okay. They want to do that. They're welcome to. When will they get here? On December 11th. And this should be pretty one-sided. There we go. And we got 27 gold out of that. Very nice. I will disband the levies. And yeah, there's really not much I can do right now. Just saving up a little bit of gold so that eventually, you know, maybe start building some buildings again. Not sure what I feel like building, though. Probably some more grand theaters. Actually, some grand theaters in here might be a really good idea. And, yeah, maybe in the capital over here as well. Actually, I think it makes sense to probably move some of the pops in here. Just, you know, try to convert as many as possible. I'm just going to maybe just fill this place up to its brim, actually. I'm going to move some in here, and here, and here. And up to 53. I think that's probably good. Okie dokies. And... oh, we're out of gold. That is expensive, isn't it? Well, let's take a look around. I mean, we see the Curse of Maat here. Carthage is still pretty strong. And they're actually fighting Rome right now. I wonder what it is. Take Sardinia. Oh, is that it? Is that really it right here? This tiny little thing? Okay. So Rome's fighting for that and losing. It looks like our ruler has picked up the intelligent trait, which is really nice. That increases the loyalty of all of our governors by 5, as well as increases our research, which is very nice. Elsewhere, looks like these guys over here are in a bit of a war with a bunch of barbarian tribes. It says they're winning, but it looks like they're just like half of their entire country is occupied. Spain, it looks kind of interesting. Some unusual Iberian powers have risen here. And Eorzea has just created all kinds of border guard. I don't know what they're going for. But they've been both very strong and very weak. And they are currently fighting Bastarnia. Which is that must be like a Terra Indomita thing. That is not Bastarnia's sigil usually, is it? I've never seen it look like that before. That must be a Terra Indomita thing. So we got 2 years have passed since the war. We are still waiting out this truce. It's got about another 4 years to go. Our aggressive expansion has gone down rather nicely. And our stability is still declining, but it's declining much less so. And there is an event here, the Bond of Childhood. Sometimes childhood forges friendships that last for a lifetime, and often those friendships transcend the boundaries of family, class, and belief. It would appear that Zazu seems to be developing a strong bond with Gecko of the Chakma family. As any parent knows, there really isn't much we can do to stand between them. So that's fine, I suppose. She is not the heir to the throne, but oh, our actual heir got married. I kind of forgot about that, but I guess that's okay. Zazu can now be tutored, so I guess we will. Why don't we have her go in bureaucracy? That'll be fine. Gedrosia is asking for mill access. I suppose we can do that for them. So we're pretty close to maxing out our military traditions. Let's take a look at what we want to get next. Probably this one right here. Heavy infantry cost plus heavy infantry maintenance cost, which will make our legion a little bit less expensive, which would be nice. I would really like this one. Heavy infantry and light infantry mountain combat bonus, as well as just a plain outright mountain combat bonus. And since we are very much in the mountains, though we're going to be, we're pretty much expanding outside of that, but it's still a good thing to have. So maybe I will spend a little bit more money on some grand theaters here and probably continue peppering this area with them as well. Maybe over here as well. Okay, so you have a grand theater. So maybe I will move some more pops in here as well. Just try to convert as many as we can. They're not going to like it. Moving people, forcefully moving people into an area has never worked. But I'm going to try it. Why don't we move some guys over here as well? Probably max it out. Like so. Yeah. Okay, so we could try to... Let's see, who's really unhappy right now? Right now, actually, the slaves are the most unhappy. But I'm probably going to put an academy instead. Yemen. Or not, an Omen, rather. We need another Omen. So, why don't we go with integrated culture group happiness? Just try to increase the happiness of our population right now. Zhangzhung, our main culture is only about just under 24% of the whole population. It's going up, but I mean, it could be faster. But there's still some laws I would really like the cultural dissemination law. But if only my stability was a little bit better. Oh, untiring devotion. Yes, Kunla Spa is cultivating quite the reputation as a man of decency and honor. Some virtues give our citizens good reason to feel safe, secure, and stable. We will get +3 stability. That is very nice. Looks like our legion has actually run out of food, so they are now starving. So we will have to probably put them over here. The supply limit in this province over here is looking okay. I guess they don't really... Right, yeah, because we're in our vassals' territory, that's why. Friends across the borders. Our Sanyapala Kieshe Spa has friends far outside our borders, often trying to use his network to the advantage of our nation. He believes his friendship with the elder of Halin could be put into use to increase their opinion of us. All we would have to do is send some of our wealth his way, and he will try to improve our reputation in Halin. I don't really care about these guys, so I'm definitely not going to give them to 314 gold. I'm just going to say I don't care, and that will piss this guy off a little bit. But he will just have to deal with it. I will put my legion back on drill for now. We are making pretty good money, but I think now is the time maybe to start building some more mines and what have you. Or maybe some farms, actually. It's been a while since we built any farms. Crisis in Bactria. Wow, the recent death of the Bactrian ruler has caused a great deal of political disturbance in the country. What's left of it anyway, since we've really cut it in half. Eager to take advantage of the situation, numerous lackeys, pretenders, legitimate claimants to the throne have risen up to bear arms against their newly crowned Basilius, Amintus II Helenides. As the nation of Bactria is of interest to us, it might be that we can exert certain influence over the more rowdy pretenders in the hope of plunging their nation into further turmoil. I think they're probably pretty irrelevant to us at this point, to be honest. I said I was going to build farming, or some farms. That's what I said I was going to do, and I think I will. We'll just get a few going. Let's see, where did we build them? Over here. Those are mostly in this area. That should be fine. Religion-wise, we're doing pretty good. It was much higher. But that it was actually like close to 80%, I think. But this war over here, conquering all of this territory here, I think has changed that a little bit. Oh, this is actually still... I didn't realize that this territory over here that was conquered by the rebel army is still actually... occupied by them. So we should probably go deal with that. Kalinga looks like they have actually solved their civil war problem. So that is nice to see. We only have about a couple years left until we can go to Maurya again. But I'm probably going to wait a little bit longer. Just because I want our stability a little bit higher. See, our ruler has finished proving legitimacy. I'm going to have you do it again. And we're going to take this back right here. Looks like the industrious folk of Dorada have excelled themselves, contributing their own personal funds to develop the infrastructure of their fine city. We hope this attitude can be mirrored by some of our less loyal subjects. So that's this place right here. We could just say wonderful, and this place would get a granary, which is probably not a bad idea, considering food tends to be an issue here. Yeah, why don't we let them have that? They can have a granary. That's fine. You guys, what is the supply limit here? The supply limit here is fine. So you guys will go back on drill. We will have to replace a governor over here. And I think that'll be this guy, actually. He looks pretty decent. So I'll put him in there. Slave revolt defeated. Slave revolt defeated. We have brought into the host of masterless slaves haunting our country. Their leaders and all the slaves that had risen against their masters are now once again in chains. Concerned citizens are calling for harsh punishment to make an example out of this group, preempting future revolts. Others argue that harsh treatment would not solve the issues of mistreatment that ignited the revolt in the first place. So we could say we must make an example of them. That would basically kill all the slaves that revolted. That would give us citizen and freeman happiness, but slave unhappiness. Whereas we could go with slave happiness here. We could show leniency. But I don't think slave pops, I don't think we get anything more out of slave pops, whether or not they're happy. So I'm going to go with this one here. We will make an example of them just to increase the happiness of the bulk, essentially. Or not, actually, it's not the bulk. This is the bulk. But we get more out of these guys being happy. It's dark. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. We are going to go with that. So I'm pretty soon going to put a cut in here. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to put a cut in here pretty soon. Yeah. I knew this was kind of going to be a little chill. What is this? What is this? Okay, that cannot be allowed to stand. I'm going to summon the War Council. And hopefully they give me a claim against those guys. And it doesn't look like they are. Okay, so we assemble the War Council. Who can we fabricate a claim on? The Qin? Are we bordering them? Oh, we are. No, not really. Not really. Oh, we are. No, we're not. No, because this is impassable. No, we're not bordering them. Not technically. It's very confusing. It looked like we were, but we're not. We could go after Comaria. Where are those guys? No. What does it say? Comaria is located in the region of Sakya. Okay. In the region of Sakya. Over here. Oh, these guys. These guys who I thought they were a... yeah, they're a client state of Fuji. No, we can't go after them. We can't go after them. Then that would just piss off Fuji. Jeez. Okay, I might have to go for Qin here because this lady... who is a pretender is going to be rather disloyal if I don't agree to go after Qin. But I'm not actually going to go after Qin. And they hate us already, so what difference does it make? So that'll be fine. Okay, we'll get a claim on them. And I will also replace this guy over here with this lady. She will be fine. All she does is give us mercenary army maintenance, and we are not hiring any mercenaries right now. So that'll be it for that, and I'm going to put a cut in here. This episode, it's been kind of just hanging out kind of episode, just recovering a bit. We're actually doing okay. The aggressive expansion has gone down rather nicely, and the stability has been kind of stable. It hasn't been that much of an issue. But next episode, or actually, no, I will end this episode by getting martial duties. So we will get that, actually. And now I will call it an episode. So next episode, we'll probably do a little bit more internalizing. Maybe I'll have these guys start building roads again in the next episode. And we're just going to build internally some more. So stay tuned for that. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.